What is up, YouTube and the internet? This is Joe on day 29. Alright, having a quick break at work today. Alright, today you're going to notice that the quality of the video is significantly higher. I had to break out my actual camera. Okay, it is a Sony HD AVC HD NEX 5N. Alright. Today we got some Farmstead yogurt, Country View dairy, all natural cream on top, Greek style Aronia blackberry. Mix it together. As you can see, it's very pink because the Aronia and blackberry have anthocyanins. They're high in antioxidants. Aronia especially has the most antioxidants of any fruit I can think of. Aronia is good fresh. It is good mixed with other fruits. I challenge you to have one Aronia berry. I challenge you to grow an Aronia berry. The Aronia berries are astringent, and so they might dry your mouth out, but what you're going to have to do would be blend it with a pear. Take a bite of a pear, put a couple Aronia berries in your mouth, cancel it out. Do what you got to do. Make a smoothie, make a juice. But fiber is important. You can't just drink the liquids of everything. Have to have a balanced diet. Alright, and it's especially important in this time of heightened immune systems that we must build our immune system with probiotic cultures and feed those probiotic cultures with prebiotic food sources until we have a postbiotic deposit into our water system. Alright, humans, very intelligent. We pee and poop in our own water. Very good. However, I know in California they're trying to get to the point where they can filter the water out of their sewage sludge through a series of microbial interactions that breaks it down, and I know some places use human waste or sewer solids, which can contain a wide variety of heavy metals and pharmaceutical derivatives as a fertilizer. Of course, once it goes through the process of natural breakdown. Alright, as they say in permaculture, the problem is a solution. If you have a problem of a bunch of dirty water, the solution is to put it back to where it came from, the earth. Because you look at animals, they're walking around, pooping on the ground. Humans, they're so smart, they pee and poop in their water. Now, I don't want to get into that issue too much, but just something to think about. If you're ever out in a farm where there is no plumbing, where there is no running water for toilets, what do? Well, I'll tell you what you do. You do what you did before there was that. You have an outhouse, you have a bucket, you have some sawdust. You take a nice poop and you take some cedar or good scented wood and you scatter it on top. And if you pee, by all means, just take a leak outside. Okay, it makes the bucket heavier for everybody. So, do what you gotta do. Alright. And that's the key to life, is poop, because we must have carbon being recycled into the environment. Too often we see carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. It's being released from the soil. But we need to have cows munch on grass to recycle and put the carbon back in the soil. Because after all, 95% of a plant's dry weight is from carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen. Nitrogen, being 70+% of the atmosphere, is broken down by symbiotic bacteria on the roots of some plants, such as legumes or beans. Alright, that's one source of nitrogen. And if you look up the nitrogen cycle, you can see all the different players in this game of capturing the energy in the ambient environment of stardust. Alright, then we go to carbon. We are carbon-based life. Carbon dioxide is sucked up by plants and put into the ground and shared with fungi. There's this whole systems level approach that, with a basic understanding of biology, one can be familiar with. Alright, and then think about oxygen. Oxygen has slowly been put in the atmosphere over time due to many factors, most of which has to do with oxygen-producing microbes in the ocean and also plants. Plants breathe in carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen, which we also take a part of. Oxygen being the second most abundant gas in the atmosphere, O2. Lots of processes in nature rely on it, including basic chemistry functions in the soil and weathering of rocks and geology. You could just go on and on about all the different uses of stardust, but it's really important to bring it back to plants and animals and biology. because we are nature experiencing itself. And here we have a red Bartlett pear with some bruises. I had one earlier, very delicious. Probably save this apple for later. It's got a issue, problem spot, a couple bruises. I think it's a local Golden Delicious. And for a savory dinner, we have turkey meatloaf, a nice cold piece there. It's good to have a little bit of animal protein, but the important part is to make sure the animal has a quality life. You don't want to subject someone to a life of misery for economic gain. Well, some people do, and that's just the way it is, but we must seek to go beyond those systems and create new ones. Just like in permaculture, the problem is the solution.